Oh, man. You gotta be really careful right now, man. What's up with it? It's the holidays and people are acting crazy. You can end up getting killed. Another lonely night, sober. I'm not drinking, man. I did 2 nights in a row drinking. It's time to take a break. I told myself I would slow down. You feel me? You know, it's just, gotta leave it alone, man. Can't drink as much as I used to. I remember when I was younger, I used to drink, man, and that shit used to go right through you. Nowadays, the drinking, it sticks to you. For 3 or 4 days, it sticks to you, bro. You feel me? You know, I remember when you was young, remember, you was able to drink like a fish, and it wouldn't affect you. You feel what I'm saying? But now, it affects me a lot. So, especially if I want to have children in the future, I gotta live a little bit longer, man. You feel me? So I stopped drinking so much just recently, man. I'm down to like 3 times a week now. That's about it. I tell the other guys, hey, I'm not drinking tonight, man. At all. You guys can go ahead and drink yourself into oblivion, but I'm not too. I'm not going to do that. You guys depend on alcohol. You know, a lot of them people out here, bro. You know, they coping so much that their bodies starts to depend on the alcohol. Like if they don't have a beer, they can go into shock and have go into shock and have a heart attack and shit, man, having seizures because of their body depends on alcohol so much. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't all that serious, man. I'm saving myself, bro. I'm not drinking every single night, man. Fuck all that. Every single night. Fuck that. You know, motherfuckers, you know, they had a hard life, so they drink and drink. You know, they drink and drink themselves to death. I'm not doing that, man. Especially when you got plans, you know what I'm saying, for the future. You know, I want to live a little longer, you know. Live a little longer. You know, sometimes you gotta get them fucking goddamn organs and all that other stuff. Can't drink yourself into oblivion, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these people out here, they doing, man. They drinking themselves to death. They drinking themselves into oblivion. Me, man, I want to have a family, man. I'm looking to have children and stuff in the future, man. So I calm down on that drinking just because of that. That's what really made me calm down on drinking. Is that how you gonna start a family, bro, and you a big time alcoholic? You won't live to be very long if you keep on drinking on that alcohol every single night. So I start prepping. So I gotta kick the drinking every single night. I brought it down to 3 times a week. Give your kidneys a chance to rest, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the body repair itself. You know, wait another, you know, don't drink for a couple of days and then go back and drink again, you know? You know, 'cause for a minute I was drinking almost every single night. And then I thought about something and I was just like, man, I can't continue this shit long term, bro. We gotta slow this shit down. It doesn't mean that I quit drinking. It means that I slowed it down. At least I could do that. You know, but anyway, man. Hope you guys are doing well tonight, man. You know, Thanksgiving came and went. And now we waiting on Christmas and New Year's and all the other stuff, man. I can't believe I done went so many Christmas and Thanksgiving. Man. I done went so many. But you gotta understand, it is so highly competitive out here for women out here, man. You feel what I'm saying? It's highly competitive. You feel me? You wonder why I ain't had a girlfriend in so long? Because I ain't got my bread together. That's one thing that you need to really focus on, man, is that money, bro. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress it enough, bro. You gotta have that bread. Niggas gotta get their shit together. Because if they don't, they're gonna be in that situation forever, man. And I fuck being in the situation forever, bro. Fuck that. We're gonna slowly climb out this bitch. Then we're gonna leave shit behind. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna burn rubber out the bitch. Be gone. You feel me? The motherfuckers gotta realize, like, hey, you know, if you don't self-improve, if you don't get your bread together, you're gonna be in your situation for 27 years. Like Mr. 27 years, man. You feel what I'm saying? Mr. 27 years did something wrong. You know, he failed to like self-improve, bro. He stayed at ground zero his whole entire life. And that means day after day, he didn't chase the bag. Week after week, month after month, he was just there. Okay, not making no changes. You know what's up, man? You know what he said? I mean, you know what he could have did? You know what he could have did? Like he could have been like, you know what, man? It's been about 5 years since I had a woman. Let me start self-improving because I can see that this is gonna last forever. If he would have been smart enough, you know, if he would have had, you know, a higher IQ, you know what I'm saying, he would have been like, okay, there's something is wrong here. I gotta time myself out and fix whatever's broken. You feel what I'm saying? But no, he didn't do that, bro. He let year after year after year go by being single, bro. And I'm sitting back like, damn, bro, you go come to my channel and tell me you've been single for 27 years? Man, I had to block that guy. You feel me? You know, I had to block him because he was doing way too much. He was doing way too much. I'm like, okay, this guy, and then a guy threatened me. And I said, okay, this is an incel that don't have nothing to lose. You know, you feel what I'm saying? Those motherfuckers are the most dangerous motherfuckers, by the way. You feel me? Like, those motherfuckers are the most dangerous. The motherfuckers who don't have nothing to lose, who don't have anything to live for. You feel what I'm saying? So I get away from those type of people, man. I keep it pushing, you feel me? I keep that shit pushing. Like, oh, you ain't got nothing to lose? Okay, I'm done with this. Slowly but surely disconnect myself from the motherfuckers, bro. And, you know, I was just thinking about something, and one of these guys, I think the channel I was listening to, what's his name? Loser Maxing or something like that. Right? I was listening to his channel, and he was talking about how, man, every time I see a pretty girl, I just get aggravated. I get upset. I be mad. Because it's frustrating, man, because you can't have none. You got women all around you, bro, and you're limited. I hate that. I hate that I'm limited. That's why I'm getting the bag together. I don't want to be limited with my options. You feel what I'm saying? Where you only got boobs and a few other female that like you up in there. You feel what I'm saying? Where you got very little options. Nah, nigga. The reason why I'm chasing the bag is because I want to have plenty of options on my end. Okay? And no female can threaten to leave me and, you know, or you do this, or I'm gonna take the pussy from you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, go ahead. I can call another girl over and she will replace you just like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be that lonely guy, you know, having droughts. Because, you know, as an average guy, you're going to have droughts. There's going to be times where you lose girlfriends and you have droughts. When me and my ex-girlfriend split apart, when we split apart, I thought that I was going to, like, get me a brand new girlfriend, like, right away. You know, I thought it was going to be I was celebrating that I was free. You know, I was like, yeah, I got away from her ass, man. Her and her fucking daughter is pissing me off. You feel what I'm saying? So then I got out into the world, kept getting ghosted, couldn't find a girlfriend. I would have sex, but I couldn't keep them. Some other motherfuckers in their ear, bro. I'm still mad about the past, bro. I'm mad about, the certified guy that took Thai girl from me, bro. I'm mad about that because there was nothing I could do. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, focus on your bread and you can focus on these bitches, bro. Focus on that money first. You get the upper hand. I want the upper hand. You feel me? When I want to be the best option that she come across. She got any orbiters, you feel what I'm saying? They get kicked to the curb because of me. She found something better. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee, man, if I would have my money together and I had just as much or more as that guy that took her away, the sub 5 guy, if I had just as much or more, she would have went with me, bro. I would have had her. I would have got more sex from her. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? Let's get out of here, man. We gotta go to the store and get some water anyway. You know what I'm saying? I think about all the times where I struck out and I lost. Losing to dudes who are Chad, Rome, Chads, and you always lose to them, man. You can't compete with them. I don't care how buff and swole you are. You cannot compete with Chad when it comes to looks. The only way you can compete with these guys is you got to have a lot of money. There's plenty of sub 5 guys out there, man, that got a lot of money and they still get women. Okay? Like that one guy, he's a sub 5 dude. I think he does a channel. He has 2 tigers and shit like that. He's a rich sub 5 dude. And then there's another channel that I'm subscribed to. What's up with it, Jamie? There's another channel that I'm subscribed to. He has a family of bulldogs. And the guy got money. He can cook his ass off and shit. But guess what? When the camera go face him, it's sub 5 time. The guy is sub 5. So that tell you right there, when you see a bunch of sub 5 dudes with a lot of money, that let me know right there that sub 5 dudes have to obtain that type of money just so they can have a better dating life. See what I'm saying? Or it's going to be curtains. It's going to be curtains for you. You feel? But they know what time it was. I can tell, man. Dude, sub 5, he got a lot of money. So what was going through his mind when he was on the grind? He was like, man, if I don't become rich, these bitches ain't gonna fuck with me. So he got to work, man. He started building and became rich. He didn't stay in that situation for 27 years, man. You feel what I'm saying? He got away. He did what he had to do, man, to pass on his genes. The guy who owns the 2 tigers, he has a Ferrari and a mansion. 2 tigers outside. He got a bunch of cats and dogs. He's an animal person, but he's sub 5. You feel what I'm saying? Most of the guys who got the money, man, are the sub 5 and the average men. That's what they say. Average and sub 5. Dudes who look like Genuine, Chad and Tyrone, they ain't got no money like that, man. A lot of them guys don't start focusing on their careers until they get into their 30s and shit, when the looks start to slip up. And they were like, oh shit, I ain't getting the bitches that I used to. I ain't getting them young hoes like I used to, man. Gotta go to school. Gotta build something. But everything was okay until, you feel me? You know, everything was okay until them looks start to slip up, and then you run your ass to school, or you go and become a fireman, you know, or a policeman or something. You're looking for a career, you know, and looks start slipping. You say, oh fuck, gotta hurry, you know. And time is precious, man. All of a sudden, you seeing that time is precious and shit. But before, you had a good old time hanging out with the Stacys, busting all kinds of nuts. You know what I'm saying? You know, just chasing women. Chase. Never focused on your money. You got over 30, or you got over 40 or whatever, and you start seeing like, God damn, I wasted so much time chasing them bitches, bro. I should have been on my paper chase. You see what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers don't wake up until it's too late. And some motherfuckers don't wake up at all, man. Some motherfuckers don't wake up at all. They stay asleep their whole entire life. Mr. 27 years, he stayed asleep his whole entire life. He never woke up. Nobody told him, like, bro, you slipping. Get out here and build something. Do something. Pull something. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what you got to do, bro. You got to make sure you stay on your P's and Q's, because other dudes are doing the same. All these rich ass sub 5 dudes out here driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I noticed the dudes who are the less lookers, they riding around in high-end cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey! You know, they running around in high-end cars. I got your thing. I saw you get stopped by the cop. Huh? Say what? What happened? Here you go. Here's your flashlight. Here you go. What the cops say to you?
Security for the whole area, not just that building. And because I was sitting out there, I'm like, but I'm charging my stuff inside. And they even asked one of the workers that came out. They were like, well, does she have permission to be out here? And she's like, as long as she's a customer here, yeah, we don't have a problem with her. But it was the security guard, like in his car, that had a problem with me just standing out there. So they're like, well, apparently according to him, he's not just security for the building, he's security for the whole area. And I'm like, but every building is personally owned.
Yeah, they always hire more security.
One person.
Yeah.
And so that's why and it was the same fucking cop that fucking told me, as long as you're on this side, you're okay. So I was like, you're the one that told me. If I'm on this side, I'm okay. If I'm on that side, I'm not. So that's why I'm over here. But they're like, no, you'll get cited for trespassing and loitering.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why don't? And that's the thing is, he asked me, he was like, why don't you go inside and charge yourself? I was like, because I like to go leave my stuff inside, charge it, but I like to be out here with my dogs.
Yeah.
You know? So what's it to you? But
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
he fucking called the cops on me. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We'll
go
talk.
and is the door open?
Yeah, it's open.
I'll be over there in a second.
All right. All right. The diet is halfway. I'm doing halfway diets, man. It's not 100% clean. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to stay on a diet, but sometimes I fall victim to some pizza or some alcohol and stuff. Like tonight, I'm not having no alcohol. Take a break, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. But like I said, man, I'm trying to be out here. I'm you know what? Oh, okay. Back to what I was saying. He said, every time you see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the one guy, the other YouTuber, he was talking about every time he sees a fine ass chick, it just irritates the fuck out of him. You feel what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. And cause you can't get none. That's why. That's what pisses you off about, you know, seeing beautiful women or just women. Period. It's like you can't have your, what they call it. You just can't get your fulfillment done. You feel me? You know. I get pissed off too sometimes. I get irritated. You know, because I'm like, I want to have sex. I want to have a good sex life. I want a good, uh, I want to have a good dating life. You know, you know, you feel me? I want to have options. I don't want to be like going long periods without sex. That's why I'm chasing the bag now. After a while, you get tired of like going long periods without sex and struggling to get it. You feel what I'm saying? You get tired of that. So once I get the bag, man, you know what I'm saying, I can have sex whenever I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to wait to get it. You feel me? Like, I want to live a fulfilled life. I feel like guys who struggle in the dating market, they're not having a fulfilled life, man. Because you're struggling. You feel what I'm saying? You know? You're struggling, like, fuck. 2 months without a female, 3 months without a female. Then finally I got one. 2 months without a female, 3 months without a female. And finally I got it. I got me one. Oh, so desperate. Boy, I was acting so desperate when I was out there dating, man. I was scaring them females. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm so clingy, I'm so clingy right out the bat. You know? Right off the bat, you so clingy. So clingy, You know, forcing females to hold my hand. Just doing that Debo love. Doing that Debo love, you know what I'm saying? Or gorilla pimping, you know? I think somebody told me that a while back. That when I did that, man, it was called gorilla pimping, bro. When I forced that female to hold my hand, the 19-year-old chick, he's like, whoa, man, that's the gorilla pimping right there, man. You're like, you out here strong arming hoes. You strong arm a hoe, you know? You know? Yeah, I'm just out here. I'm down with this shit right here, man. Chasing this bag so I can have the power to make these bitches come to me, man. I don't have to do nothing. They just come to me. I can get a girlfriend anytime I feel like it. I can have children with ease. It's all your favorite rappers and your non-favorite rappers, they have children with ease. Lil Wayne been had a daughter. Jay-Z been had a daughter. You know what I'm saying? They been having kids. They can pass their genetics with ease when they got money. But when you're broke, when you're broke and you're dusty, you're gonna struggle having kids. I hate when a female wanna plug herself up on me and shit. Like my ex-girlfriend, she did that shit, bro. She gonna fucking plug herself up because I'm not the one, right? That's what they do, bro. If you're not the one they wanna have children with, they plug themselves up, bro. They go get that diaphragm thing, you feel what I'm saying? That's what she did. And I would stick my dick in there and I could feel, the string from it, because there's a string attached to it somehow. You know what I'm saying? And so we could have unprotected sex without getting her pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? And like a dumbass, I was down for that. That's an indicator, bro. That's a sign. That's a red flag right there. That she's not the one for you. Anytime a woman wants you to wear condoms all the time, don't want to get pregnant by you, you're not the one. That's what they're saying. You're not the one I want to have children with, but we'll have sex. Well, me and Gwen, we never took off the condom. We always had a condom on, man. The whole entire time, bro. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you get tired of that shit. You like, fuck a condom, man. And that's why I never got to have kids, man, because, plus I was very careful and shit. You feel me? I was very careful about condoms and stuff. And that's the reason why I ain't got no kids now. And I spent all that time in that relationship, which was a goddamn waste of my time, because I didn't see any constructive. I didn't see me being constructive. I didn't see myself being productive when I was around her. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do, man. Stay away from relationships and definitely marriage when you're young. Focus on your shit. And I guarantee, bro, you'll be able to get a badder bitch than you got right now. Some guys don't look at the bigger picture. They're looking at the small picture all the time, man. You feel what I'm saying? They're looking at the small picture. They're not looking at the bigger picture. But let that bitch go, bro. You're going to have more attractive, more beautiful women in the future. You feel what I'm saying? That bitch that you with right now, she ain't nothing but average, bro. I done seen motherfuckers give up their dream for a fat whale, a land whale. Like my friend Blue, he could rap his ass off. This is back when I was doing music, and I used to invite him over to my little tiny crib so we could record songs and shit, and boy, his girlfriend was fat. I mean, bro, she was the biggest land whale I have ever seen. And he wanted to be with her more than his talent, his rapping talent. But he could rap his ass off. He was really good. Matter of fact, he was the best one out of all of us. I should have been focused more on him because he can rap. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, he had a fat girlfriend that was huge, and he jumped off his music dream just so he could marry her. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Even I wasn't that fucking stupid to marry my ex-girlfriend, bro. It's like, bro, you haven't even made it in the music industry, bro. You can rap, you can rap your ass off, but you too busy out here chasing these hoes, bro, and trying to be with them and try to be monogamous with them and shit. At a very young age, by the way, we was all in our 20s, bro. I'm like, what you doing in a relationship in your 20s, bro? That's the time you're supposed to be building yourself. I made that mistake. I should have been focused on my grind, man. I'm still in regret. I know when I get my bag in the future, that regret gonna leave. You feel what I'm saying? You know? You know? What's up with it? Sean Breezy? Yeah, gotta get that bag or die, man. Feel me? I tell every man, do not enter a relationship in your 20s. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You're just wasting your time and your energy and your potential. Focus on what you want to be, man. Even like definitely don't be like dating, you know, in your teens. You know, motherfuckers be out there dating girls in their teens. And I be seeing a teenage couple walking down the street or in Starbucks. I'm like, this dude got his head in the clouds for sure. I ain't supposed to be dating when you're 15, 16 years old, man. You're supposed to be focused on what you want to become. You know what I'm saying? It's like you focus on the women too much, bro. You just can't get the females out of your mind. You always just chase them and chase them and chase them and chase them. You chase these hoes, and then before you know it, you're gonna look back at that clock and you're gonna be 40, and you're gonna wonder why you ain't got no money in your pocket. You're gonna wonder why you broke. Look what you did with your time, bro. What's up with it, Joey Finglish? Yeah, no. He said, get the bag, eat the burrito from the back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to, bro. A lot of the times, man, a lot of cats, they stuck in that twilight zone, man. You know, they stuck in the same rut. They're not trying to dig themselves out slowly. They still in the same place that they were 8 years ago. Like he used to see, you look at this motherfucker, bro, he's still in the same spot he was 8 years ago when he first started making videos. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, if you don't get your fucking mind out of the clouds, stop it. You need to fucking focus and more focus, bro. You the type of nigga that need money for women to fuck with you. You ain't focusing on that. Some guys, let me tell you something. Some guys need money to get any woman. They're so sub 5 that they're gonna need money to have a good dating life. Other than that, their dating life is gonna suck. That's why you gotta spend your time reading and studying, man, and growing your brain. You know what I'm saying? To make yourself smarter. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You need to be focused on raising your IQ and shit, man. Try puzzles. Them video games here on the app, on your phone. Try puzzles and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? To make yourself more smart. You feel me? Don't be a dumbass and let years go by and you don't pick up that damn book. You're not trying to study. You're not trying to chase the bag. You ain't going to school to try to better yourself for the future. Like, don't be like that, bro. Don't be the guy that's not chasing anything. Like me, I'm chasing the bag. Once I get my bag, I'm out of here. I'm gone. You won't even see me no more. Here on YouTube anyway. You know what I'm saying? So get your paper on in your 20s and shit, man. Don't be out here chasing hoes because you're wasting your time. You're only in your 20s once. You are only in your 20s once. And you don't get that shot again, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You focus on the paper, the women will follow you, man. Why you think I'm like so focused? Because when I was out there dating, I didn't like my options. I got fat women, even though I was gym maxed to the fullest. I was on steroids and everything when I met that fat chick. You know, that was my only options, bro. A bunch of sub-5 women. And then I had Thai girl, which she had an average looking face, but she had some big old titties and a nice big behind. That's the type of shit I like, man. You know, if I would have our money together, Thai girl, who knows, man? We probably would have had a kid together and shit. You know? My kids, yeah, I probably would have knocked her up in 2017. You know, I probably would have knocked her up. Matter of fact, no, it was 2018, the following year, because I met her at the end of 2017. Then New Year's Eve came around, you know. And then she ghosted me on New Year's Eve, which I still, that's like a thorn in my fucking side right there, bro. I think the only way I can get over that is get the bag and get another woman, man. Other than that, I'm gonna always be living in the past and shit, where I was done wrong, and how I could have did things better, and you know, I just want to have a better life when it comes to dating, man. You feel me? I just want to have options. I want to be living a normal life. You know, I want to be able to have children. I don't want to struggle in the women department. You feel what I'm saying? Like rich guys, they don't struggle in the women department, bro. They got women flocking to them all the time. The Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Diddy, and all of them. Niggas was rich, bro. They never went through any droughts. You know what I'm saying? The women followed them because they were rich, bro. Cassie was fucking with Diddy because he was filthy goddamn rich. You feel what I'm saying? But we know that. We know that once we get the bag, you hoes gonna come around. That's why we go get it. Cause it's gonna get us more hoes, bro. We know you bitches are gonna come around and try to be with us once you figure out we got the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's why we go get the money. Because you bitches are like, you're like magnets. You know, I'm the refrigerator, and you bitches like magnets and shit. They will flock to you like maggots. I mean maggots. Why I say maggots? They will flock to you like magnets to a refrigerator. You know, yeah, that's it. You feel me? They will flock to you like magnets to a refrigerator. See what I'm saying? You know, guaranteed, bro, if I went back in that Starbucks $100 million richer, the females who didn't pay me no mind, all of a sudden I will be visible to them, and they'll be laughing at all my jokes, even though it's not funny. These hoes, they know how to adapt and adjust. When they see a millionaire walk into place, bro, they act right. All of a sudden, you went from Mr. Invisible to visible all of a sudden. Like half of them females in that Starbucks, they don't see me. The other half, the other half do. A lot of them females are sub 5 and average looking at best. You know what I'm saying? You know. But I'm afraid once I get the bag, you know, my standards are going to go up. And why my standards are going to go up? You want to know why? Because I hustled so hard and so long, no homo, you know, and I suffered so much just so I could get it. I'm gonna think that I want the baddest bitch around. You feel what I'm saying? I want the bitches in the magazine. I want them. That's what's gonna happen when I get the bag. I don't want the everyday bitch at Starbucks. I want the bitch in the magazine. I don't want boobs, even though boobs is cool. But I can tell, man, once I hit that 100 times, I probably might get bored if I'm getting approached by 8, 9s, and 10s. You know what I'm saying? You know, you pull up in your Lamborghini, and it's gonna, you might think that you could commit to boobs and you can live happily ever after with an average woman, but that's not gonna work. You know, bruh, you're gonna get approached by taller and more attractive women than boobs. So get it out your head that you're gonna live happily ever after with boobs. You know, nah, you're gonna have plenty of bitches coming at you, bro. Especially if you driving around in a Lambo or even a Porsche. You're just gonna have a roster of hoes finally after how many years of struggling. You feel what I'm saying? You know, and it's gonna feel good once I get the bag that I'm not struggling in the dating market. You know, I could get women to call me back and don't ghost me. They see the money I got, they be like, oh, I'm not ghosting him. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna ghost him. You see that Lambo right there? Can't ghost him. He part of the 20% of men. And they gonna kiss your ass, man. I'm telling you, these women, if they know they got money, if they know you got money, they'll kiss your motherfucking ass all the way here to Kingdom Come or the Great Wall of China. And that's how far they're gonna kiss your ass. They're gonna be, after a while, they're gonna be brown nosing. You know, you know, for real, they will kiss your ass, bro. Even if they're not attracted to you, bro, they'll force themselves on you when you got the bag, okay? You know, and pimping hoes since 1982, you crazy. Joey Fingers, you crazy. For real, these women, they bow down to your presence, man. Like, all that princess shit that I was talking about the other day, with these females out here, with the Stacys and the Keishas, all the princess bullshit that they do, that shit will go, like, out of the window once you pull up in that Lambo. You feel what I'm saying? And that bitch will be in your face constantly. I'm like, wait a minute, I was invisible like about, 2 or 3 months ago, and now you bitches want to give me the number? Now you bitches are approaching me and shit? I told you I had a taste of being in the 20% of men, bro. When I was wearing that expensive looking watch and that expensive looking bracelet. You know what I'm saying? Bitches thought I had money because I had it on. I had them fooled, bro. I had them hoes fooled. You feel me? That pickup artist shit I was doing back in the day, peacocking, wearing expensive looking jewelry and shit. These women, they flock to that, man. Just the other day, I seen a female. She was really thin. She was with her friend. She was very young too. She kept looking at this watch, this blinged out watch. She just kept looking at me and looking at the watch and looking at me like, that guy must got some money. Look at that watch. That's how females think. They see you with a Rolex on that's like $5 grand, or even a $10,000 Rolex on. All of a sudden, they lose they fucking like they princess attitudes and shit. You really feel what I'm saying? Cause before she knew that you had money, she was acting like a little princess. You know, don't talk to me, don't come close to me. I don't know you. You're invisible to me. As soon as you pull up in that Lambo and you hop out of that motherfucker with a $10,000 Rolex on, all of a sudden, oh, how you doing? You know, I'm like, God damn, what happened to the princess shit you was doing? You feel me? You know, that princess shit just went out the window. You know, you know. These women, they when you approach them, bro, they stop all that fucking princess shit, man. When you are worth more than them, that's when they bow down to you, man. Think about it. When Tyrese approached these hoes, you think they doing that princess shit with him, even though he's sub-5? Hell no. When a millionaire like that approach a female somewhere in a place, at a party somewhere, maybe a rich person's party, where they're gathering, and he see a female he like, you think she gonna be, you know, like a princess when he approach her? When he approach her? Hell no. She gonna be kissing his ass and laughing and all the other stuff. You know, laughing at jokes that's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? Their whole mood changed when they know you got a lot of money. I seen it before, bro. I seen it. These women, they're drawn to the money, bro. The money attracts them, bro. Like bees to honey, you feel me? You know, you feel me? Like, you know, like I told you around here, man. This one chick over here, I was going around faking the funk. I told her that I won more than I did. You know what I'm saying? When I won my first jackpot, and then all of a sudden her mood and her attitude toward me changed. At first, she was like not trying to talk to me at all. But the moment I told her, look, I won a jackpot. I won a jackpot. You know what I'm saying? I just won. How much you win? I forgot how much I told her. But I told her it was a lot, though. I told her it was a lot. And all of a sudden, she became more talkative and more receptive to more receptive to what I was saying and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, God damn, bitch. You was just a princess the other day. I'm telling you. They could do that princess shit, man. But once they figure out you got some bread, or somebody whisper in their ear, telling them who you are and shit like that, they get that look in their eye, bro. You know, they get that look in their eye. You feel me? You know, all of a sudden the mood changed. All of a sudden she's checking her teeth, making sure she ain't got lipstick on her teeth. You know, she's checking and powdering her nose before she approach you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, that's Tyrese. Oh, that's Tyrese. Oh, girls, my hair looking good. What about my makeup? My makeup on point? She started checking her makeup, asking her friends, is my makeup is okay? Or, you know, check, you know, before she approach and shit. You know, like, man, that's how these bitches are, bro. You feel me? You know, they change when you have money. You know, they don't want to do all that. I don't care if you a sub-5 dude, bro. If you a celebrity with a lot of money, a sub-5 celebrity at that, they're gonna approach you, bro. That's why I say, guys, get that money, man. That's gonna help you out a lot. Anyway, I'm about to end this live. Let's go get some water first. I gotta get some water. I'm not drinking tonight. I am not drinking. Get the motherfucking bag and the women will follow you. You feel me? The women will follow. And that's it. You don't have to go and go search for them, bro. They'll find you. A lot of guys, they got it backwards, you know. That's it. What's up? What's up? What? Come on, man. Really? That's it for tonight.
Anything else?
That's it, man.
One from the tail. Was the
Yeah, so anyway, bro, we gotta make sure we stay on that mission. You know, stay on that path. You feel me? Never let it go. Every single day, just chase, chase, chase. Eventually the bag gonna be yours. You know, then when you go back to the dating scene, you can walk in that motherfucker with confidence and swag too. Be posted up, got the bag. I'm at a bar, club, I'm iced out. I got some nice shoes on. I got plenty of money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Them hoes in there choosing. You feel me? Them hoes, they choosing. They see you with them expensive shoes on, that expensive watch and bracelet. And them bitches, they get up on you too. I had a female stop me in my tracks. Oh, those Echoes? Because I had some Echo shoes on. They were like $300. And that's funny because them Apple shoes that were $300, they only lasted 3 months and it was over with. Once they get scuffed up and people step on them and shit, man, you know, because you in that club and stuff, that's it, man. I think those shoes are, you only wear those for an occasion. But I was wearing them a lot, though. They only lasted 3 months. Shit. So sometimes they can smell a rich man. Females, they got the instinct, bro. You feel me? They got that instinct. They can smell a rich man from a mile away. You know? Anyway, I'm about to end the live. You guys have a good night, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's already an hour already. An hour stream. The night ones are the longest ones. It's full of coke, you know, and all the other shit. But you guys have a good night. Stay up. I'll see y'all on the next one.